Okay.
Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is June 2nd, 2022. And Bitcoin, as well as the rest of the cryptocurrency markets, are preparing for an explosion. Yes, I said it. I see it happening any moment now. I'm very, very, very excited. This is precisely why we were meant to buy in May and walk away, okay? What happened yesterday? Well, yesterday we had a drawdown, okay? We had in Bitcoin a drawdown of, let's measure it, from here down to the bottom of 9.4%. That's substantial, yeah? That's substantial given that in the prior few days, we had gone up around 13-14%, draw down 9%. Yeah, for some people, that is a failed rally, okay? But by definition, drawing down by less than you marked up means a retracement, okay? It means a retracement. It means a consolidation. It means a counter wave, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean a failed rally, right? And that's important, okay? And more specifically, when you look at this wave from the beginning right here, let's say, and I was measuring it, actually, let me just say this. I was looking at this as an impulse, and it is an impulse, but at the same time, it's corrective. The only way something can both be an impulse and be corrective is, guess. Yes, you guessed it correctly. When you put in a zigzag, okay? Those of you who study Elliott wave theory will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I did not think of this, right? I can't go back and say, oh, I know exactly that this was a zigzag. I thought this was a regular impulse. But you know what should have alerted me to this not being an impulse? And I'm going to tell you what. Here. A conspicuous lack of any volume whatsoever, okay? Sorry, it wouldn't be here, it would be here, yeah? Were this move, these 5 waves, impulsive, you would have seen volume confirmation, yeah? Because remember, at this point in time in our macro analysis, we're in impulse because we're in wave C of B, okay? If you look and you zoom out, I'm not going to do it right now, but you zoom out on the daily, you zoom out on the weekly, you see we're putting in a flat correction, right? In the larger scheme of things, right? And in the middle of that flat correction, you have another flat correction, a smaller flat correction, which is a B wave. You put in wave A of B, wave B of B, and we all know that the last wave of any corrective wave, right, is impulsive. And so, by definition, we would have gotten volume if this were part of it, right? So, it's just good to think about these things and look back and say, well, what did I miss? Why did I miss it? I think that is useful, right? Not to beat yourself up, not to, blame yourself, right? It's just, how can I get better? You're always looking to get better, I think. And this is how you do it. You go back on your reads. Okay, what did I miss? Why did I miss it? Now that we know, okay, this is clearly a 5-wave move, yeah? So let's put it in just for those of you that may not see it or may not understand what I'm talking about. Okay, that is a 5-wave move, okay, to the upside. Let's change that to white. And again, if you take this as being a corrective move, okay, then you're gonna start your count here. A, B, 5 waves up, okay? So if you pull your Fibonacci retracement from the beginning here to the top there, you see that this retracement that we had yesterday of 9.4% essentially came down to the 0.618 of the prevailing trend, okay? And what does that mean? That makes this move a zigzag by definition, because we know zigzags retrace to a maximum, or not to a maximum. Zigzags have a 3-wave retracement to between the 0.5 and the 618 of the prevailing 5 waves, okay, of the prevailing trend. So this is a zigzag, okay? And so in a zigzag, what you're going to get is the following. Okay, remember, it is a corrective wave, but this is how it looks. I'm going to change the color just not to confuse everybody. I'm going to change the color and the thickness. This is what you get. Something like this. Okay, let's make this blue. Okay, so that's your zigzag. This is what we're anticipating. Okay, A, B, C. We're anticipating going into that impulsive move. Okay, and there we should get the volume that we're looking for. This should be the start of our relief rally, if you will, our bigger move to the upside, to the top of the range, to 100K potentially. This move should be it. This is what we're waiting for. This is what's imminent. Okay, we're going to jump in to lower time frames just to look at this more closely. But this is my read. So yesterday I was looking at the charts. I wasn't really understanding why Bitcoin was coming down as much as it was, because I expected a retracement to 30,800, as I said in yesterday's video, maximum 30,600, something like that. I think I said 30,600. But then when we came down to 29, I was like, wait, what's going on here? We breached the 618. It's because I wasn't measuring it properly. I was measuring it as pure impulse and not from this point right here as a zigzag. That's my read. Again, I could be wrong, but that, to me, from what I'm looking at right now, seems like the most likely scenario. And in a moment, we're going to go through the watch list. We're going to see other altcoins that are following this very trend. So it's very likely that, this is not just occurring in Bitcoin, but throughout the rest of the cryptocurrency markets. Guys, if you're getting value from this, like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, looking at our indicator, again, we looked at volume. We saw that we haven't in Bitcoin gotten volume confirmation for this 5-wave move, indicating that we most likely haven't yet created or experienced a proper impulse in Bitcoin. Also, bottomed out on the 4-hourly stochastic RSI. We're topped out on the hourly, okay, but it's likely that we turn around and come back up again, okay? You can stay overbought in the smaller time frames. What's important, if you're going to make a big move, is that the larger time frames afford some runway, okay? The 8-hourly were oversold. Okay, 12-hourly were oversold, close to oversold. Let's just double check. And here we go, data window. We're close to oversold, okay? We're 35 on the K and 54 on the D. We're close to oversold, okay? And on the daily, I think we're overbought. Yeah, we're still overbought on the daily. But again, larger time frames, and okay, let's look at the weekly, because the daily is a relatively large time frame, but the weekly is the most important. As I've been saying, I think this move will last 6 to 8 weeks. So what's most important is that on that weekly time frame, we're bottomed out, we're oversold, okay? The daily is a relatively smaller time frame than the weekly. So it can stay overbought for quite some time, right? That's the most important thing. But if we're saying that this move is imminent, right, the smaller time frames need to be in that position. They need to be sort of sold, right? 15-minute time frame, oversold. 30-minute time frame, oversold, right? So this is what I'm looking at. And just to use some momentum indicators, I don't really use this for my analysis. I just look at it for fun. If you go in TradingView, you click on more technicals, and you look at this technical analysis summary, it'll show you like these different indicators, right? I don't know if anybody knows or uses this like really to do their trading, but I just look at it for fun sometimes. And if you go into the smallest time frames, okay, like you'll see, right? Wait, let's see. It's not as favorable as it was a moment ago. I just like to look at these oscillators sometimes. Sometimes they go into, buy, strong buy, sell, strong sell. I just like to look at them. In any case, I would be very, very, very surprised if in the next coming hours we didn't get a massive run up, okay? And I'm going to show you why. Just looking at price action. Okay, let's go into the 15-minute time frame. Here we go. Let's get rid of all of this. I think we've proved that point in that read. Do you see this right here? Okay. You've made your move down to the 618, all right, purportedly of this prevailing move, this previous move to the upside, right? This A wave of your zigzag, you made a 3-wave move down. Right here, you're talking or you're putting in a reversal pattern, okay, a small reversal pattern. And just as always, when we talk about reversal patterns, again, I've said this before, you can identify these on all time frames, okay? Small and large. So on the smaller time frames, I'm going to put this in with my pen just for expediency's sake. You can see your initial break of structure, your A wave, okay? You have a B wave, which was A of B, B of B, all that was B of B, and then this is your impulsive move, C of B. And then the last thing you have is a pivot, A, B, and that's it. This reversal pattern on the smaller time frame is completed, okay? Just to save time and in the interest of time, I'm not going to label it. If that was confusing, if that was kind of didn't mean anything to you, then that's fine. I've talked about it. I've broken it down. I've labeled it properly in so many different videos. If you subscribe, I will undoubtedly label it properly, but I just wanted to save time. I don't want to spend too much more time on Bitcoin. But in any case, it's put in a strong reversal pattern. It's made a higher high in its pivot. So this next move up and out of this reversal pattern is going to be intense, okay? So look for that. Now, going down the line at our favorite altcoins, right? And we've gathered or we've built positions in a lot of these altcoins during the month of May, okay? And we're just going to leave them and let them generate life-changing wealth for us because this next move could potentially be huge, okay? Same thing. Let's zoom out now just to see the larger thing at play that I've been discussing. So in Telcoin, it wasn't so much that you had a zigzag, but you have a flat, okay? You have a flat. And this looks like what you have an A wave, okay? This is the larger reversal pattern, right? Early May. A wave, a B wave, that's the counter. What you got here was A of B of B of the pivot. This is going to be the move up and out of the entire reversal pattern, the larger reversal pattern, okay? And nowhere have you really gotten any volume to indicate that you have gotten out of it yet, right? So once the volume comes, you'll know that the reversal pattern is really, really finished, okay? In Telcoin. Revain, same thing. Same thing as Telcoin. You got your A wave, your 1, 2, 3. I think your B wave ends here. Your A of B, your B of B of your pivot. You're completely bottomed out and about to cross bullish on the 4-hour least stochastic RSI. I anticipate you get that pump up and out, and then volume comes in to confirm. Okay. Kadena. Kadena was a little different for me. Kadena, I didn't see this coming down anymore. I thought that this was putting in a zigzag and we would bottom out here, but we came down a little lower, okay? but I'm seeing something similar in Kadena as I'm seeing in Telcoin and Revain. Okay, and the 618 hasn't yet been completely breached. Okay, I would say a complete breach is below the 50% line or halfway line between the 618 and the 786. So we've kind of still had that, held that. So I would say in large part you're still kind of showing a zigzag in Kadena. Okay, in the larger reversal pattern, you got your 535, you got your three-wave structure holding the 618 pretty well, and then you have a pivot, right? And this is your pivot that I expect really completes this entire reversal pattern, and then we should see some volume. The volume, right? The volume spike is going to be the telltale sign that the reversal is complete. All the while, we've been buying and buying and buying support, buying this big move. Okay, a lot of people, a lot of amateur analysts, amateur traders are only trading these moves, longing and shorting and longing and shorting. I think more experienced traders are thinking one thing: macro trend, oversold, building position, building position, building position. Okay, that is the move, because this next move will be so much greater than anything you can ever experience in this small range of consolidation reversal. Okay, so that's Kadena. DODO, same deal. We did, however, get some volume on DODO, okay, which to me represents a completion of this reversal pattern. Okay, if I'm looking at DODO, honestly, this is my A wave, this is my B wave complete, this is my A of B, B of B, that was my pivot, this was my move up and out. Okay, this was the completion of my reversal. You have volume confirmation. Now, that being said, you did get a retracement beyond the 618. Okay, so everything that came after this came beyond the 618, which tells me it can't be, this cannot be purely impulsive, because we've retraced beyond the 618, right? Wave 2 can only retrace up and until the 618. So I have to reread this, and this is my reread. This is wave A. This is wave B. This is wave A of B. This is wave B of B. And this is my impulse. Again, there's no harm, no shame in rereading something, because you're not going to get it perfect. And this is a challenge of reading these reversal patterns, because it's hard to say that you're not, I mean, it's all fractal, right? In this A wave, you have a reversal pattern, a full reversal pattern. You have A of B, B of B, and your impulse, right? So you can kind of get lost sometimes depending on how you're looking at the pattern. But for things to make sense here, this is the only way that it makes sense. That this is the A wave, this is the B wave, this is A of B of the pivot, this is B of B of the pivot. The next move is going to be the move that takes us up and out with even more volume. Okay, so that's DODO. Hope this is helpful. Hope this is useful. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. Cardano. Very, 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 very excited for this one, because this is one of the few coins that I actually built a small leveraged position in. Okay, and I've said on the channel, be careful trying to leverage long or leverage trade bottoms, because they're so capricious. Just like I showed you, it's hard to read and it's hard to catch. But most of my capital is tied into spot positions. I've got a very, very small percentage tied in on 12x leverage on this, and so far so good. Okay, but I'm gonna let this play out, and this is kind of just for fun, right? But same thing here. You've got your initial wave A of B, you have B of B, your flat correction ends here, wave A, wave B of a zigzag, and boom. Okay, and last but not least, reserve rights. Same thing here. You've got your A wave, your B wave, A, B, boom. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Like, share, and subscribe. Get ready. Make lots of money. Enjoy June, my friends. Bye.